Hi everyone, it's Mr. Simpson here, one seriously bold Mr. Simpson. I hope you're all doing well, and today we are continuing on with Bang! Asher and the Spirit Bird. And last time, guys, we got to chapter 26, which is page 173. Okay, are we ready? You got the page? Good, here we go. I buzzed with fear as we walked through the dark tunnel towards the centre of Zanderpoor. Empty wrappers and plastic bags whirling towards us on the wind. I paused to wipe the grit from my eyes. A little girl sits in the shadow of the archers, holding out a dirt-crusted hand. "Pisa, Pisa," she calls to us in a pleading voice. Her eyes are dark, huge and dark. Tangled hair hangs in clumps around her shoulders. That girl's only about Rohan and Rupi's age, maybe even younger. Where's her family? I feel so angry. It's so wrong for her to be doing this. I know, says Javan, but this is how some families survive in the city. People dressed in smart suits and fancy saris walk past without even glancing at her. Surely they could spare at least one coin. I take one from my purse and place it in her hand. Thank you, she says, giving us a small smile. As we turn into an even busier street, a giant poster surrounded by bright lights beams down at us. A banner across the top says, "Recycle, reuse, repurpose, city dump. We turn your rubbish to gold." But underneath it, I spot something else. A map, I say, pulling Javan towards it. Let's find Connaught Place. The map is a confusion of streets that crisscross each other. Here's the bus station, says Javan, but I can't see Connaught Place. It has to be here somewhere, I say, studying it in frustration. Unless it's not right in the centre, says Javan. A group of men come walking towards us, drinking from dark bottles, arguing and yelling at each other. They look like real wasters, I say, pulling Javan closer and linking arms. Don't worry, we'll ask someone. Let's cross over, he says, pulling me closer. We dodge mustard yellow taxis and bullock carts to reach the pavement opposite. A sudden clap of thunder cracks above the noise of the traffic and it starts pouring down. Quick, let's go in here. We head towards a cafe with a bright sign in the window showing a boy eating something delicious. We'll be out of the rain and can sit down and decide how to find Papa. Javan still looks thin from his fever. I have to make sure he eats so he doesn't get sick again. Yeah, I could do with some food, he says, leaning against the doors to open them. Inside, the cafe is full of young people sitting at small tables, laughing and munching on brown bread with something stuffed inside. It's called fast food, says Javan, reading an electric sign behind the counter. A sweet, oily smell floats through the air. Maybe you eat here after we've been fasting. Yeah, it could be. It says 2 for the price of 1. I notice a handwritten poster next to the counter. I peer inside my purse, bubbling with excitement. That means we can eat something and still have a bit of money left for a taxi. Sit over there by the window. I'll line up the food. Javan pushes our bundle onto the bench and lets out a sigh as he slides in next to it. The restaurant feels like a safe place, full of people having fun, and I start to relax a little. Javan gives me a wave as I get closer to the counter and I smile back at him. When it's my turn to order, I'm not sure what to ask for, so I show the girl the things I want in the picture behind her. She hands me a tray full of food wrapped in paper, like little presents. Have a nice day, she says, taking my money. I plunk the tray down in front of Javan and sit beside him. Wow. He stares at everything as if he wants to gobble it all down in one go. I dunk my finger into the soft, fluffy drink, licking the delicious, creamy liquid, and take a bite of the bouncy bread and crunchy vegetable burger inside it. This tastes so good. I chew slowly, savouring the new flavours. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Javan crams the bread into his mouth and stuffs the shaw in at the same time, slurping the drink noisily. Once we've finished, I empty my purse onto the tray. Now, let's see how much money we've got left. What about getting one of those yellow taxis? Asked Javan. That way we'll get straight to where your papa is. I'm not sure how much it'll cost, but I hope we have enough. I count the coins in the rupee notes. Oh, Javon, I can't believe we're going to find him at last. I know, after everything we've been through. He nudges me on the elbow, with his elbow. It's actually going to happen. But let's wait until the rain stops. Outside the window, a row of people have gathered and are slumped against the cafe, pulling dirty blankets over themselves to shelter from the rain that's still lashing hard against the glass. I shudder and split the rest of my meal with Javon and we eat as slowly as possible, staying a little longer. One of the waiters starts to clear our table. You can't stay here all night, he says roughly, picking the tray up. We know that, sir, I say, trying to be as polite as I can. But it's just that it's raining so hard. Come on, get out of here. Okay, says Javon, grabbing our things. There's no need to be rude, we're going. Come on, Asha. I stare at the rain flowing like a river outside and slowly open the door. A crowd of taxis zoom past us, soaking us with muddy water. Huge! How are we going to get one? Have these taxis to stop? I ask. They're hardly going to take notice of two kids like us. I'm not sure, Javon says, looking round. Excuse me, darlings. A young woman appears from nowhere and sidles up next to us. My name's Nina. I'm new in the city and I'm looking for a good place to stay. Do you know anywhere? I'm Javon. His voice has gone all stuttery. The woman smells of perfume and carries a smart leather handbag. I wonder if she might be an actress. Christian, who gave us a lift in his truck, said Zanderpool was full of them. We're new ourselves, I say, so I'm afraid we can't help you. We're trying to get a taxi to stop, says Javon. Would you like to share one? She gives a shiny smile. That way I can find a hotel and it will be cheaper for you. Two boys like you shouldn't be hanging around in the dark by yourselves, you know. Javon turns his back to her and moves closer to where I'm standing. What do you think? He whispers. My pendant hangs heavy and strange against my chest. I know she seems nice and everything, but let's find our own taxi. What are you two whispering about? She puts her arm around our shoulders and pulls us gently towards her. How old are you? Let me guess. 13. I've got a little brother just like you. She hooks her finger under Javon's chin. Look, you won't get any of these taxis to stop for you. How about we jump in this one? She waves her arm into the road. I bet you've never been in one of these yellow ambassadors. I swallow, my heart thudding, feeling like I need to run, but she's got her arm tight around us again and the taxi is already slowed to a halt, pushing open the door so we can't get past. Come on, it'll be fine, I promise. She's speaking quickly now and shoves us into the waiting taxi, squeezes in beside us and slams the door shut. We've barely been in the car before it swerves onto the road, sending us flying across the slippery seats. Fear grips me. The woman gives a high laugh. First to one of the central hotels and then wherever these boys are going. She opens her bag. I'll pay. Javon, I say under my breath, I want to get out. He's not listening to me though. He's watching as the lady pulls out a small box with gold writing all over it. The best bar fee in the whole city. She opens it, offering us a chunk. Javon puts his hand in straight away and stuffs one into his mouth. He says, chewing. Delicious. And a special one for you, she says, pulling out a triangle of barfi with shiny silver leaf painted onto it. She crumbs it into my mouth. Go on, Asha, it's so yummy. No, I protest, grabbing her arm. Stop it, I don't want it. I swipe the barfi onto the floor, spitting out the bits she stuffed into my mouth. There's no need to get angry, I'm only being kind. She takes out a red lipstick and begins stroking it on. Look, your friend is tired. Yeah, Javon begins to yawn, blinking his eyes as if he's having trouble keeping them open. That was rude. He's so sleepy, the woman says, flipping her phone, jabbing at the buttons. I press my face against the cold window and bang on the glass, but the taxi driver goes faster than ever. Javon slumps against the car door. What's happened to you? I shake him, but his arm is floppy and nothing I do makes him wake up. The taxi skids to a halt in front of a rundown building that looks nothing like a hotel. A man standing in the shadows of the doorway makes my heart pound so fiercely I think it might crap. I grip on the edge of the seat, frozen. He counts out some notes and hands them to the woman, and that's when I know for sure that we've been tricked. The car door is wide open. It's my only chance, but Javon is fast asleep. I'll come back for him. I can't let us both be taken by these people, whoever they are. I leap out of the taxi and run into the dead of the night. I've no idea where I'm going. Filthy puddles splash up my legs, my breath stinging my lungs as I race away with only one thought in my head. I have to escape. Heavy footsteps slam behind me. My heart flies into my mouth. Stop! My hood is yanked backwards, burning my neck. Come here! I'm hoisted up and flipped upside down across the man's thick shoulders, sending my head crashing against his back. Let me go, I yell, banging with my fist. He throws me onto the wet ground, wraps a stinking cloth around my eyes and pulls it tight. No more funny business, he says, shoving me forward. Where's Javon? I shout, clawing at his arms. What have you done with him? Shut it, yells the man, slapping me across the face. The sting of his heavy palm makes me cry out. His knuckles dig deep into my back as I'm propelled forwards and shuffled along in front of him, tears collecting behind the blindfold. What is this? Where am I? I hear the sharp sound of a key twisting in the lock, then feel a foot at the base of my spine, propelling me forwards, and I land on the ground with a smack, my mouth filling with the iron tang of blood. The door slams and locks. There were only 4 weeks left until Diwali, and I know that I've failed. I'll never find Papa and get home in time. All I've done is make things worse. Okay guys, and we will pause it there on a real action-packed chapter. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the story, and please check back and we'll read some more together, alright? Yeah? Hope you've been good guys, and I'll see you soon, alright? Alright, bye-bye.